guys, how's it going? Masterbucks here, and the night has finally come. Season 3 is finally being put to a close with this, the J-Bucks medal ceremony. Last season, history was made, ladies and gentlemen. We had dual medalists, Yazi Zardes and Marco Silvestri had two fantastic seasons and both got the J-Bucks medal. So now, who wins it this season? It was a very interesting season. There was no one player that was on top for an amount of time. There were fantastic players all around. I personally had no idea until around about an hour ago. And let me tell you, before I even say, I was shocked and I did not see this coming. It's going to be exciting. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's start it. The J-Bucks medal presentation for the third season of the Leeds United Career Mode. So by now, guys, I'm pretty sure you know how we do this. We count down votes, normally about 10 at a time, and then do awards in between. So without further ado, let's kick it off with votes for games 1 through 10. And already we can see there's a bit of a front runner. Marco Silvestri with 3 votes in the first 10 games. Adrian with 1. Gaetano Berardi with 1. Cook, Cochrane, Sarko, Stevanovic, and Zardes both on 1 vote as well. Cochrane was in red there because, of course, he left in January, which means he's not eligible for this award. But there we go, Silvestri. He did make a few pretty crucial errors and some pretty bad mistakes throughout the season that may cost him votes. Let's see if it hurts him when it comes to getting the J-Bucks medal. But let's move on to the first award tonight, and this goes to the best youth player, and that award is going to the best player under 21 in the team. And for this season, it's going to go to a recent transfer, Julian Brandt, the best youth player, of course. We are slowly running out of players that are under 21. They're all getting a little bit older as the series goes on. But this man, in his first season, we got him for absolutely nothing, and he was stunning. We didn't really have a quality left winger for the formation that we were using. We really needed one. We had Christian Ceballos, who was fantastic when we played him. Of course, he was a very good player, but there was something about Julian Brandt. He grew that little bit quicker, and he was just so good every time we threw him in there. Wasn't the pace of options, but he was a fantastic player. So there we go. The first award goes to him, and now let's move on to games 11 through 20. And now 20 games in, we see Silvestri actually building on his lead with a vote there. Cochrane now on 3 again. Still ineligible, but moving on. Fars Barluli with 2 and Sarko with 2. Adrian, both Domenico and Gaetano Berardi on 1 vote as well. Browning, Cook, Gnabry, Niang, Stevanovic, and Zardes again there also on 1 vote. And Silvestri still building his lead. Maybe despite making some of those errors, that may not hurt him as much as we thought, because he's out to a pretty commanding lead at the moment. 2 spots ahead of the next eligible player in Barluli and Sarko. But now, let's move on to the next one. This is going to go to the most improved player for this season. And ladies and gentlemen, for the second time tonight, he's already won an award, but now he's got another one. Julian Brandt, who grew by about 4 overall points in this season, but that's not the only thing that we look at who grew by the most. And even though he was the number 1, he was one of, maybe tied, but he definitely grew by the most with 4 there. And he was, again, so much better than he was at the end of the season than at the start of the season. When I got him as a left winger, I thought, this kid's going to be exciting. He's going to be a great player in a season or two. Or in about 2 or 3 seasons, and he ended up being a great player in about a season. He's now knocking on the door of an 80 overall, which is exciting, and I love to see what he can do in the future. But now, moving on to the next couple of votes, games 21 through 30. Now at the halfway point of the season, and Silvestri's still getting votes. He's now on 5. Fars Barluli, Cochrane, and Stevanovic on 3. Berardi, Brandt, Niang, Sarko, and Zardes on 2. With Adrian, Gaetano Berardi, Tyus Browning, Lewis Cook, and Serge Gnabry also on 1 as well. And he just continues to get votes. He just keeps getting at least 1 or 2 votes, and hell, 3 in the first 10 games. Now he just keeps on building that lead, and he keeps getting more and more. Is he going to run away with this thing? Maybe. We'll find out in a sec. We'll see. There's still plenty of great players that had very good seasons, especially later on, that can maybe catch him. But we'll move on to the next award, which is going to go to, of course, the best first-year player. This award obviously goes to a player playing his first season with Leeds, and it's going to be Fars Barluli. Yes, even though he maybe wasn't the most amazing overall highly rated player in the team, and of course we got another superstar from Lyon, another French superstar from Lyon halfway through the season. But again, that's the thing, halfway through the season he was stunning, he was superb, that player in particular, Lacazette. But maybe compared to Barluli's body of work, maybe Barluli just did enough to get this award. He did have a fantastic first season, which is why I'm not surprised if we see him really start jumping ahead. He's playing as a very important role, the center attacking midfielder. He's taken that over from Adrian, and he did a pretty good job. Unfortunately, picked up a few injuries, which meant that he maybe didn't get as much game time as he could have had, and it stamped his growth. But this player was something special this season. Maybe despite maybe not racking up the stats, the big stats and the numbers that you would have expected. But Let's continue on now to the next couple of votes, games 31 to 40. 2/3 of the way through the year, and Silvestri's still getting votes. It's crazy work. He's got 6 now. Fars Barluli with 4, Cochrane with 4 as well. Barluli's still chasing, like I predicted he would. Berardi, Sarko, Stevanovic, and Zardes on 3. Adrian, Brandt, and Niang on 2. Gaetano Berardi, Browning, Sam Byram, and Lewis Cook on 1 vote as well. And if he can keep this up, I think he's going to go back-to-back. He's getting very, very close to the end of the season, and he may just tack on 1 or 2 more votes as well. We never know, but still, this is getting pretty exciting. But now, let's move on to the second to last award that we'll be handing out today. And this is going to be the Golden Boot winner, of course. It speaks for itself. Whoever scored the most amount of goals for Leeds this season. And it's actually going to be a tie between these two, Lacazette and Bakary Sarko. Of course, Sarko is our set-piece guru. He takes all the free kicks, all the penalties, and that's where he gets the bulk of his goals. But he can score a few from the open play. And Lacazette, he basically scores almost all of his from open play. He either creates a chance himself, or he's just going to finish what others create for him. Both two fantastic goal scorers right there in their own unique and special ways. It's brilliant, but I don't care. A goal's a goal, and they were tied there, both with 13, and Lacazette did it in half a season. That's impressive. But now let's move on to the next bunch of votes, and these are going to be games 41 to 50 with 19 games left to go. These are 10 of those 19. And it appears Marco Silvestri has been caught by, of all people, Yazi Zardes. At this point in the season, Lacazette, of course, picked up an injury, and Zardes was our only real striker, and he stepped in and obviously did a banging job because he's gone and got 3 man of the matches, tied with Zardes, Bakary Sarko, and Fars Barluli on 5, 1 point behind them. Cochrane on 4, Berardi and Stevanovic on 3, Adrian, Brandt, Browning, and Niang on 2, Gaetano Berardi, Sam Byram, and Cook on 1, and this just gets interesting. Now we've got 2 leaders and 2 players that are behind on 5 votes. Who knows who's going to get it this time? I don't know, but let's just move on straight away because, guys, I really want to find out who wins this. This could be super exciting because it's exciting. Now, what I have done at this point in recent seasons is I will tell you what the goal of the season winner is, but this time, I think I'm going to give it to you guys again because it's what I used to do in the past, but I'm going to do it a bit differently. In the past, I put out videos specific to the goal of the season nominations and let you guys vote in the comments, but now, for the first time ever, we're going to have a Twitter-only vote. Immediately after this video goes up, I'm going to be uploading the nominees on Twitter, and I want you guys to retweet and favorite and just basically say what goal you think is the best. There are 3 nominations, 3 both very good goals in their own sort of way. I watch one goal and think, yep, that's the best, and then the next day I think, oh no, wait, actually, that goal's the best. I personally couldn't decide because these are 3 very good goals. But they will be on Twitter. You can watch that right after we finish this video because, guys, we are about to see who is going to take out the J-Box medal. Are we going to have more than one medalist like we did last season? Are Silvestri and Zardes potentially about to go back-to-back? Time to find that out. Here are the final games, 51 to 59. And we have, for the first time ever, we have 4 medalists in one season. We've got Silvestri, Zardes, Bakary Sarko, and Fars Barluli both finishing up with 6 votes. And we have 6 unbelievable votes going to 4 unbelievable players. This is the first time that anything like this has ever happened. 4 medalists in one season. The odds of this happening are insane. And I never tally up votes until right at the end of the season. I don't try to play favorites. I always award the best player, the best vote. And wow, that is 4 medalists. That is staggering. And again, let's give special mention to Silvestri and Zardes, the first 2 players to ever go back-to-back. But that is it, guys. We're done. That's 4 players picking up the J-Bucks. It's insane. I'm not sure if it'll ever happen. I don't think it'll ever happen again. Something special, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget as well, go on to my Twitter right now and vote for who you think will be the goal of the season winner. And I'll announce it in the next episode, of course. And that is the 4th season beginning. That will be exciting, won't it? We're playing in the Champions League. This is the next step. We've got a solid squad. We can really compete for every single competition we're in now. We are no longer that championship team that was struggling to get promotion. We are now big players in European football, and let's play like it, and hopefully let's perform and get wins like it. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. My name is Musbucks. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a good one. Bye-bye.